Hey everyone, it's Dr. Mike. We all want to believe our homes are our safe havens, right? A place to relax, unwind, and escape the craziness of the outside world. But what if I told you there could be hidden dangers lurking in your house, silently impacting your health every single day? You see it all the time, people focusing on eating healthy, hitting the gym, all that good stuff, but they often overlook one crucial factor: their home environment. We're talking about the air you breathe, the products you use, even the things you cook with. These seemingly innocent things can harbor hidden threats that could be making you sick without you even realizing it. That's why I'm super pumped for today's video. We're diving deep into 8 silent dangers commonly found in homes and discussing how they might be affecting your well-being. We'll uncover the science behind these hidden threats and, most importantly, I'll give you practical tips on how to protect yourself and your family. So, buckle up. Get ready to see your home in a whole new light, and let's get started. Let's kick things off with something many of us love, those delightful scents that make our homes smell fresh and inviting. I'm talking about air fresheners and scented candles. We often associate these with cleanliness and relaxation, but the truth is, they can be hiding a dirty little secret. You see, many air fresheners and scented candles release volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, into the air. Now I know what you're thinking. Dr. Mike, you're always talking about complicated medical terms. But stick with me because this is important. VOCs are chemicals that easily evaporate at room temperature, and when inhaled, they can cause a whole host of problems. We're talking about things like eye irritation, headaches, dizziness, even respiratory issues. And for people with asthma or allergies, VOCs can be especially troublesome, triggering asthma attacks or allergic reactions. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to intentionally breathe in fumes from paint thinner or cleaning products, right? Well, some air fresheners and scented candles can release similar harmful chemicals. Now, I'm not saying you need to banish all fragrances from your home, but it's crucial to be mindful of the products you choose and use them in moderation. Opt for natural alternatives like essential oil diffusers, open windows for fresh air, or simmer spices like cinnamon and cloves on the stove for a naturally inviting aroma. One of the biggest misconceptions about air fresheners is that they actually clean the air. But the truth is, they often just mask odors with even stronger fragrances, creating a cocktail of chemicals in your home. It's like trying to cover up a bad smell with another, even stronger smell, not exactly a recipe for healthy living. Now I understand that sometimes you just need to neutralize a strong odor quickly. We've all been there. But instead of reaching for that air freshener, why not try a more natural approach? Baking soda, for example, is a fantastic odor absorber. Simply place an open container of baking soda in the affected area and it will work wonders to neutralize those unpleasant smells. Another great option is activated charcoal. You can find activated charcoal filters specifically designed for odor absorption, or you can simply place a few charcoal briquettes in bowls around your home. Activated charcoal is like a magnet for odor molecules, trapping them and preventing them from lingering in the air. Remember, a fresh-smelling home doesn't have to come at the cost of your health. By making small changes and opting for natural alternatives, you can create a home environment that is both pleasant and healthy for you and your loved ones. Let's move on to another common household item that often gets overlooked: non-stick cookware. We love it for its convenience. Who doesn't love easy cleanup? But what many people don't realize is that those non-stick surfaces can pose a hidden health risk. Non-stick cookware is typically coated with a chemical called polytetrafluoroethylene, more commonly known as Teflon. Now, Teflon itself isn't necessarily the main culprit. The problem arises when non-stick pans are overheated. When heated to high temperatures, Teflon coatings can break down and release toxic fumes into the air. These fumes can cause something called polymer fume fever, also known as Teflon flu. Symptoms can range from mild flu-like symptoms to more serious respiratory problems. Think chills, fever, headache, coughing, even shortness of breath. And in some cases, prolonged exposure to these fumes can have more serious health consequences. Now, don't panic just yet. The good news is that you can minimize your risk by using your non-stick cookware properly. Avoid heating empty pans, use low to medium heat settings, and never leave your cookware unattended on a hot stovetop. If you're concerned about the potential risks of non-stick cookware, there are plenty of safer alternatives available. Cast iron, stainless steel, and ceramic-coated cookware are all great options that can withstand high temperatures without releasing harmful fumes. Cast iron is a kitchen workhorse that's been used for centuries. It heats evenly and retains heat exceptionally well, making it ideal for searing, frying, and baking. Plus, once seasoned properly, it develops a naturally non-stick surface. Stainless steel is another durable and versatile option. It's resistant to scratches and corrosion, and it doesn't react with acidic foods. While stainless steel isn't naturally non-stick, you can prevent food from sticking by using a bit of oil or butter and heating the pan properly. And then there's ceramic-coated cookware, a relatively new player in the cookware game. Ceramic coatings are generally made without PFOA and PTFE, the chemicals of concern in traditional non-stick cookware. They offer good non-stick properties and are often free of heavy metals. Remember, choosing the right cookware is an investment in your health. By opting for safer alternatives and using your cookware responsibly, you can enjoy delicious meals without worrying about harmful fumes. So you think you're keeping a clean home, huh? Well, even the tidiest among us can fall victim to a silent threat mold. You might not see it, but trust me, it could be lurking in dark, damp corners, just waiting to wreak havoc on your health. Now, we're not talking about the harmless kind you find on cheese, guys. This stuff is the real deal. We're talking about microscopic fungi that release spores into the air you breathe. And let me tell you, breathing in these spores is not good news for your body. Mold loves moisture. We're talking bathrooms, kitchens, basements, even that forgotten corner of your closet where you spilled coffee a year ago and haven't touched since. Don't worry, we've all been there. Remember, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. These tiny spores can trigger a whole host of nasty symptoms, especially if you're prone to allergies or asthma. We're talking respiratory problems, stuffy nose, itchy eyes, skin irritation, headaches. The list goes on and on. And trust me, you don't want to mess around with this stuff. So how do you evict these unwanted tenants from your home? Well, the first step is identifying their hideouts. Check those damp areas I mentioned earlier. Look for discoloration, a musty odor, or even fuzzy growth. If you see something, don't ignore it. Now, when it comes to tackling mold, prevention is key. Good ventilation is your best friend here. Make sure your bathroom has a working exhaust fan and use it, especially after a hot shower. Keep those damp areas dry, wipe up spills immediately, and don't let laundry pile up in the washer. And if you do find yourself facing a mold infestation, don't panic. There are ways to tackle it safely and effectively. A simple solution of bleach and water can work wonders on hard surfaces. But remember, safety first. Wear gloves and a mask to protect yourself from those nasty spores. And hey, if you're dealing with a larger infestation or you're unsure about tackling it yourself, don't hesitate to call in the professionals. They have the tools and expertise to handle it safely and effectively. Remember, your health is worth it. Alright guys, let's talk about food storage. We all love those convenient plastic containers, right? They stack neatly in our fridges, they're reusable, and they make packing lunches a breeze. But here's the catch. Not all plastics are created equal. Some plastics contain harmful chemicals that can leach into your food, especially when heated. We're talking about things like BPA and phthalates, which have been linked to a whole host of health problems, from hormonal imbalances to developmental issues in children. Not exactly the ingredients you want in your next meal, right? Now I know what you're thinking. But Doc, I only use BPA-free containers. And that's great, but even BPA-free alternatives can contain other potentially harmful chemicals. It's like playing a game of whack-a-mole with your health, and honestly, who needs that stress? So how do you protect yourself and your family from these sneaky chemicals? Well, knowledge is power, my friends. Start by checking the recycling symbols on the bottom of your containers. Avoid anything with the numbers 3, 6, and 7, as these are more likely to contain harmful chemicals. Now, I'm not saying you need to toss out every piece of plastic in your kitchen, but there are definitely some safer alternatives you can incorporate into your daily routine. Glass containers are a fantastic option. They're durable, microwave safe, and they don't leach chemicals into your food. Plus, they're super easy to clean. Another great option is stainless steel. It's practically indestructible, dishwasher safe, and perfect for storing leftovers or packing lunches on the go. And hey, don't forget about the OG of food storage ceramic containers. They're making a comeback, and for good reason. They're microwave and oven safe, and they add a touch of class to your kitchen. Remember guys, making small changes in your daily life can have a big impact on your health in the long run. So ditch the plastic, embrace the alternatives, and keep those meals fresh and chemical-free. We all know the importance of clean air, right? But what many people don't realize is that the air inside our homes can be even more polluted than the air outside. And one of the biggest culprits? Dirty air filters. Think of your air filter like the lungs of your home. It's responsible for trapping dust, allergens, pet dander, and other pollutants, preventing them from circulating in the air you breathe. But when your filter is clogged with grime, it can't do its job effectively. And guess what happens then? All those nasty particles get recirculated back into your living space. We're talking dust mites, pollen, mold spores, bacteria, even viruses. Not exactly the kind of cocktail you want to be breathing in, especially if you have allergies or asthma. This can lead to a whole host of health problems, from respiratory issues and itchy eyes to headaches and fatigue. And let's be honest, nobody wants to feel like they're constantly battling a cold or allergies in the comfort of their own home. The good news is this is one of the easiest health hazards to fix. Changing your air filter regularly is one of the simplest, yet most effective ways to improve your indoor air quality and protect your health. It's like giving your home a breath of fresh air. Now, how often you need to change your filter depends on a few factors, like the type of filter you have, the size of your home, and whether you have pets or allergies. But as a general rule of thumb, aim to change it every 3 months or so. And trust me, when you see the difference between a dirty filter and a new one, you'll be amazed at what your old filter was trapping, or not trapping as the case may be. It's a bit of a wake-up call, but hey, better to know than to keep breathing in that stuff, right? So do yourself and your family a favor. Check your air filter today. If it looks like it's seen better days, swap it out for a new one. Your lungs will thank you for it. Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here, and we're back with another hidden danger lurking in your home. This one's a bit sneaky because it's something we all need and use every single day: water. You might be surprised to learn that even in developed countries, tap water can contain substances that could impact your health. We're talking about things like lead, which can leach into water from old pipes, and chlorine, used to disinfect water but potentially linked to some health concerns. Then there are microplastics, tiny pieces of plastic that are practically everywhere, and can end up in our water supply. Not great, right? Now, I'm not saying you should panic and start stockpiling bottled water. The goal here is awareness, and luckily, there are ways to address these concerns. We'll dive into those solutions in a bit, but first, let's understand why it's so important to be mindful of what's in our water. Think about it. You use water for everything: drinking, cooking, washing your fruits and veggies. Over time, even low levels of contaminants can add up and potentially affect your health. We're talking about possible risks for developmental issues, hormonal imbalances, and even some types of cancer. Alright, so how do we make sure the water we're using is as clean and healthy as possible? The good news is there are some simple and effective solutions you can implement right at home. One of the easiest and most common methods is using a water filter. There are a variety of options available, from pitcher filters to faucet filters to whole-house filtration systems. These filters are designed to remove a wide range of impurities, including those pesky contaminants we talked about earlier. Another option is to consider a water testing kit. These kits allow you to check the quality of your tap water for specific contaminants. Knowing exactly what's in your water can help you choose the most effective filtration method for your needs. Remember, taking care of your health starts with being mindful of what you put in your body, and that includes the water you drink. By making a few simple changes and staying informed, you can ensure you and your family are staying hydrated with the cleanest and safest water possible. Stay healthy, everyone. You know me, I love a good night's sleep. It's essential for our health and well-being. But did you know that your mattress, the very thing that cradles you to sleep, could be harboring a whole ecosystem of unwanted guests? We're talking dust mites, bacteria, and even fungi, all having a slumber party right under your nose. Think about it, you spend about a third of your life on your mattress. Over time, it naturally collects dead skin cells, sweat, and other bodily fluids. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for dust mites, microscopic creatures that thrive in warm, humid environments. And where there are dust mites, there are often bacteria and fungi too. These uninvited guests aren't just creepy crawlies, they can actually impact your health. Dust mites, for example, are a common trigger for allergies and asthma. Their droppings contain proteins that can cause sneezing, coughing, and itchy eyes. Not exactly the recipe for a restful night. Now, I'm not saying you need to toss your mattress out the window just yet, but it's crucial to be aware of the potential health risks and take steps to minimize them. We'll talk more about that in a bit, so stick around. So, how do you evict those unwanted guests from your mattress and ensure a healthier sleep environment? It's all about good hygiene and maintenance. First and foremost, invest in a good quality mattress protector. Think of it as a shield that prevents dust mites, spills, and other nasties from penetrating your mattress. Next, make sure you're washing your bedding regularly, including sheets, pillowcases, and blankets in hot water. Aim for at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit to effectively kill dust mites and bacteria. And don't forget about your pillows. They can harbor just as many allergens as your mattress. Vacuuming your mattress regularly is another crucial step. Use an upholstery attachment and go over the entire surface, paying extra attention to seams and crevices. This will help remove dust, dead skin cells, and other debris that dust mites love. Finally, consider replacing your mattress every 7 to 10 years, or sooner if you notice signs of wear and tear. Remember, a good mattress is an investment in your health and well-being. A little care and attention can go a long way in ensuring you sleep soundly and wake up feeling refreshed. We all want a clean and sparkling home, right? It just feels good. But what if I told you that some of the very products we use to achieve that sparkling clean could actually be harming our health? That's right. Many conventional cleaning products contain harsh chemicals that can have some pretty nasty side effects. We're talking about ingredients like ammonia, chlorine bleach, and phthalates, just to name a few. These chemicals can irritate your skin and eyes, trigger respiratory problems like asthma, and even disrupt your hormones. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be scrubbing the toilet while battling a coughing fit or itchy eyes. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Mike, these products are designed to kill germs. Isn't that a good thing? And yes, while it's important to keep our homes clean and disinfected, there are safer and more effective ways to do it without exposing ourselves and our loved ones to harmful chemicals. So, what's the solution? The good news is that there are plenty of natural and eco-friendly cleaning alternatives available that are just as effective at tackling dirt and grime without the nasty side effects. Switching to natural cleaning products is easier than you might think, and it doesn't have to break the bank either. You'd be surprised how many effective cleaning agents you probably already have in your pantry. White vinegar, for instance, is a natural powerhouse when it comes to cleaning and disinfecting. It can tackle grease, grime, mold, and mildew, and it's also a natural deodorizer. Baking soda is another pantry staple that works wonders as a natural cleaner and odor absorber. It can be used to scrub sinks, tubs, and even whiten teeth. Lemon juice is another great natural cleaner and disinfectant. Its citric acid cuts through grease and grime, and it leaves behind a refreshing scent. Plus, lemons are packed with vitamin C, which has antioxidant properties. And don't underestimate the power of good old-fashioned soap and water. For many cleaning tasks, a simple solution of warm water and a mild dish soap is all you need to get the job done effectively and safely. Remember, a clean house shouldn't come at the expense of your health. So there you have it, guys. These 8 silent dangers could be hiding in your home right now, potentially impacting your health without you even realizing it. From the air you breathe to the products you use, it's important to be mindful of the potential risks and take steps to create a healthier and safer living environment for yourself and your loved ones. Did any of these surprise you? Let us know in the comments below which hidden danger you were most shocked to learn about. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more informative videos, and share this video with your friends and family to help spread the word about these important health hazards. Remember, knowledge is power, and by being informed, we can make smarter choices for ourselves and our families. Until next time, stay healthy.